So first I might like to say that it's fantastic to be back here in Moscow attending the Plus Forum event, which just seems to have gone from strength to strength from when I was last here. And it was fantastic yesterday that you were having to put extra seats out because you had so many delegates here. And I think what came through yesterday's presentations very clearly is how payments are changing, how more people are using both card payments but also doing more payments online. And that is where the challenge is. We see this around the world, that the criminals are able to get access to cardholder data, get access to payment data throughout all the different channels. And if organizations aren't careful, then we can start losing cardholder data. We can start seeing fraud grow, not only here in Russia, but around the world. And the best way to tackle that is with a global security standard, and that's where the PSI security standard fits in. My presentation today is going to be talking about those standards, the changes and the updates that we're making those standards so that it will stay appropriate, relevant, and provide the best level of security for any transaction type wherever it is carried out in the world. Absolutely. So yesterday we saw that the Russian government are wanting to try and improve the ability of small merchants to be able to take payments. And that is where the new standard from the PSI really fits in. So one of the things that we are doing is we're introducing a new program called PIN on COTS, which enables small merchants to accept credit and debit card payments on their mobile phone. So for a lot of very small merchants, they can't afford these really expensive point of sale terminals. So what we've done is we've used the technology, we've used the security expertise of PSI and our global payment brands to develop a new payment process, a new secure process that will really enable small merchants to be able to accept debit and credit card payments. This is going to boost everybody's business. Is going to make sure that those payments are secure and make it easier for those to grow their business, which is what we all are looking for. As I said, we're seeing many new ways of consumers being able to undertake payments, to be able to undertake purchases. And what is really clear is that organizations have to take security seriously. They have to take the security of their customers' data, of their customers' payment data seriously. So the best way to do that is the adoption of the PCI DSS. And that is a really good, solid security standard. Now behind that, we have other standards such as our point-to-point encryption standard, which is about encrypting the cardholder data. So what we want to try and make sure is that organizations are doing their best to try and protect the data, but also at the same time we wanted to make the data of no use to the criminals. So tokenization, as we're seeing through the introduction of Mia Pay and Samsung Pay, or point-to-point encryption is a way of turning that data into something that if the criminals do gain access to it, it's of no use to them. And so the consumers can be confident that their data is being looked after and then are confident to do the online shopping that we all like doing.